This week on Council Bluffs News, running for president, Donald Trump comes to the Metro for a GOP fundraiser, giving more on the possibility of his candidacy at the dinner on Iowa Western's campus. Cleaning up, the Iowa DNR and Fire Engineering present a plan to dredge parts of Lake Manawa. And locked up, public figures from departments of the city spent a night in jail for the Bald and the Brave cancer patient fundraiser. That and more all on this week's Council Bluffs News. Hello and welcome to this week's Council Bluffs News. I'm Marie Zeitner. Rumors are certainly swirling around the 2016 presidential election as a variety of names have been mentioned as possible candidates in the upcoming election. One that has gained a fair amount of attention is Donald Trump. Friday, May 15th, Trump visits Omaha and Council Bluffs for a roundtable and dinner for the Pottawatomie County Republican Party's 2015 Lincoln Reagan Day fundraiser. One of the most well-known businessmen in the world makes a stop in the Metro May 15th.
He calls me up, can you do a fundraiser?
Donald Trump is the keynote speaker for the 2015 Lincoln Reagan Day dinner fundraiser at Iowa Western Community College.
It's been an exciting evening. It's been an exciting week. He drew a lot of attention, created a lot of buzz here in the metro area.
The business magnate talks about the importance of Iowa and Nebraska's roles in the economy.
I think Mr. Trump delivered a very great message of economic growth and prosperity.
Touching on topics within Congress, Trump gives his opinion from a businessman's perspective on how he would do things should he run for president in 2016.
I think that would be the great jobs president.
Mr. Trump has been a very successful businessman, and he got there by following the rules of free enterprise and free markets and just a success story, American success story. We need to hear that more often.
Working his way across the nation, Trump is breaking attendance records while helping organizations such as the Pottawatomie County Republican Central Committee.
Tonight is the best event we've ever had in Pottawatomie County Republican Party.
Even with all the turnout success and traveling, Trump has yet to announce his candidacy for the 2016 presidential election, but that hasn't stopped the rumors and speculation.
I know he will.
So far, Donald Trump has visited South Carolina, New Hampshire, and now Iowa and Nebraska. As for an announcement for the candidacy on election next year, Trump says you'll have to wait until June. National Law Enforcement Week is May 10th through the 15th. In honor of those who are currently serving and those who have fallen in the line of duty, the Council Bluffs Police Department hosts a memorial service at the Pottawatomie County Courthouse May 14th. With a 21-gun salute and a few words from the mayor, people come out to show their support.
It's an opportunity to recognize the service of officers that serve their whole careers here and also those that have given their ultimate sacrifice or died in the line of duty. And it's incredible to see all the community members come out and join us in that celebration.
The ceremony wraps up with a reception at St. John Lutheran Church across the street from the courthouse. Another big week of events starts May 23rd at Tom Hannafin River's Edge Park. Lust Fest kicks off Saturday with the rock band Chicago. The Omaha Symphony and Fireworks Show take place Sunday the 24th with the interactive light show at River's Edge scheduled for Memorial Day. The free Second City comedy event is set for May 26th, and on Wednesday the 27th, the movie Jaws will play at a 9 p.m. screening. The band Recaptured, a tribute to Journey, will perform some of Journey's greatest hits on May 28th. Disney Day will take over River's Edge Park on Friday. Darth Vader, Imagination Movers, and Big Hero 6 will all be part of the night. Mini Maha Music Festival will wrap up the shows at River's Edge Park, with 3 bands taking the stage Saturday, May 30th. Bike the Bluffs is also Saturday beginning at 10 a.m. And Golf Fest wraps up the events of Bluffs Fest at Dodge Riverside and Westwood golf courses. Mayor Matt Walsh talks more about what this means for the city of Council Bluffs.
Obviously, the sponsors care about their customers, that they would take their time and money to contribute back to the community. So thanks to them, and I look forward to a great weekend, and I think there's a little bit of something for everybody.
Bluffs Fest is free to the public and takes place at Rivers Edge Park with the exception of Golf Fest. Visit lustfest.com for more information. Lake Manawa State Park is a popular recreation area for boating, swimming, and even camping. And later this year, contractors will rehabilitate part of the lake to make it better for the environment and users. A presentation at the Western Historic Trail Center May 7th shows the public how, when, and what will be done. Lake Manawa is one of the busiest state parks in the metro, but a major problem is holding it back from its full potential.
One of the problems Lake Manawa's had over quite a few years now is poor water quality.
Chris Larson with the Iowa DNR says excess algae and turbidity or cloudiness in the water are the causes for the water's bad quality.
The sources of those are mostly what's coming into Manawa, but also what's in the lake.
With no outlet for nutrients and sediments, such as phosphorus, to leave the lake, it continues to build up at the bottom.
And that's probably 60% of the problem.
However, most of that phosphorus is coming from a different water source.
Lake Manawa is kind of a perched lake. It sits above the water table around the area, and everything flows downstream, so there's water constantly leaving Manawa through the bottom, through some sand and gravel veins, and it's always been that way. So we have to pull a lot of water off of Mosquito Creek to keep water levels stable.
The DNR brought in Fira Engineering to do a study on different ways to reduce the algae and murky appearance at Lake Manawa.
We need to do two things. Number one, clean up the water that's coming in from the watershed, but also by dredging Lake Manawa, we create extra depth there that allows us to dilute some of the pollutants that are there more often and eliminate some of the resuspension of materials that occur on Lake Manawa with the wind and the boating activities.
The first effort in cleaning the lake is to dredge 500,000 cubic yards south of the land that comes down in the middle of the lake.
That's where the depth of clay above the sands that we're looking for to dredge, that's where that's thinnest. So it allows us to get to the target, what we call the targeted sands, a lot easier.
Contractors will remove some of the sand, which will help with the restoration of Lake Manawa.
We not only want to deepen the lake to try and stabilize the water quality and improve the water quality, we also want to provide some fishing habitat if we can.
With better fishing, cleaner water, and more of it, Lake Manawa will be an even better place for recreation. Mike Sotak estimates the cost of dredging the central part of the lake at $3 to $5 million. Bids will go out this summer, and the work will begin sometime in September, depending on the dredging contractors. This is the initial stage of what is expected to be a $20 million project. Chris Larson also notes they're not at the point where the fish will be affected. In news around the Bluffs, a new business on the 100 block of West Broadway opens its doors Thursday, May 14th. Simply Clean works to clean commercial businesses, but the storefront is open to the public.
I love it down here. The neighbors are fabulous. Of course, being around all of this heritage and older buildings, it's just really cool to be around all of it.
Owner Carrie Zimmerman started her business 6 years ago and now has 21 employees. Cybercrime is a growing trend in the United States. To help spread awareness and understanding of what can happen to victims of cybercrime, Council Bluffs author Deborah Danielson has written a memoir called Vapor.
This book is talking about how they take data that you don't even realize is out there about you, and how they use that to customize a scam or a program uniquely marketed just to you.
The book is available now at Barnes & Noble and Amazon.com. The historic Squirrel Cage Jail made more history this month. Deputy Claude Dale, who was working at the jail in 1932, was accidentally shot and killed. His name somehow didn't make it on the national or state fallen officers list. After extensive research and paperwork, Carla Bergala from the Squirrel Cage Jail and Sergeant Jason Lemaster worked together to get the deputy's name on the national and Iowa state walls. A plaque, proclamation, and American flag now sit at the Squirrel Cage jail until Sergeant Lemaster can find a living relative in which to pass it on. Coming up on Council Bluffs News, more from the Squirrel Cage jail as public figures from city departments find themselves behind bars, but for a good reason. The first of the Bald and the Brave cancer patient fundraiser activities begin. And next, Jerry Mathiasen from the Pottawatomie County Community Foundation joins us in studio to announce a record number of grants awarded to nonprofit organizations.
The Pottawatomie County Community Foundation gives out smaller grants, but they really fill an important need in many nonprofit organizations.
This new dad is picturing a tree house in the sky, but he's ignoring the instructions. Good luck, big guy. His kids know that he's building without a clue. Never been so good with nails and glue. Now we're trapped inside a box. I hope mom knows what to do. Mom! See, you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Create new opportunities and expand your knowledge with Iowa Western's continuing and career education.
It was really intimidating to go back to school, but Iowa Western made me really feel like I could do it.
Our goal is to help students achieve success from education to employment.
Learn more, including information on extra benefits for Iowa residents at iwcc.edu/continuing_education.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all living united to ensure the academic success of millions of kids in our communities all the way to graduation day. But that won't happen without you. So take the pledge at unitedway.org. Make a difference in the life of a child. Suit up like your favorite NFL players and become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor with United Way.
Looking for these? You drive Buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Council Bluffs News. I'm Marie Zeitner. Joining me in studio today is Jerry Mathiasen from the Pottawatomie County Community Foundation. Thanks for being here, Jerry.
You're welcome.
And go ahead and tell me more about what the Pottawatomie County Community Foundation is.
The Pottawatomie County Community Foundation is a community foundation under the IRS code, and it allows people to start funds, get involved with leaving endowments for a county or a community. And the Pottawatomie County Community Foundation also gives out grants. They can either come from those funds or they can come from the organization itself.
And I understand you guys had a record number of grants, people applying and grants given out. So tell me more about those.
The Pottawatomie County Community Foundation gives out smaller grants, but they really fill an important need in many nonprofit organizations. This particular round, we had a lot of applications, close to 40. We also had 88,000 in applications. Our budget was only $35,000 for these smaller grants, but we were able to give out a record 27 grants for $35,000 out to a variety of nonprofit organizations.
Well, that's great. And of course, the money actually goes to a certain kind of projects. So tell me more.
The projects usually fit a need of these organizations that don't get met by bigger grants. So for example, there might be a homeless shelter that needs groceries, or there might be a conservation type of department that needs signage for a park or a lake or a trail or something like that. Also, we give out money for supplies. For example, there's a Relay for Life cancer event that's coming up, and they needed some supplies. So these types of grants meet those kind of needs, maybe that don't get met by larger grants. And the Potawatomi County Community Foundation comes through for those smaller events and projects that these nonprofits have.
Okay, and really quick, how does the PCCF benefit from helping people?
Yeah, the Potawatomi County Community Foundation has a pretty simple mission. It's to help improve the quality of life throughout the county. And people can start their own funds, endowment funds, or organizations can start funds, and then we can give out money from those, or we can, as I said before, give out grants from our organization itself. And our whole goal is to improve the quality of life for people out in the communities throughout Potawatomi County and in the entire area.
All right, well, it's a great thing that you guys do there, so thanks for being here, Jerry.
Well, thanks for having us.
No problem. Stick around, more Council Bluffs news after the break.
The Mid-America Center is the Heartland's premier entertainment and convention center. April 25th, the Omaha Roller Girls take on the North Star Roller Girls in roller derby action. Then May 16th, they're back at the MAC for Sponsor Appreciation Night. The MAC offers free parking for all events, including those in the convention center. May 29th through the 31st, Okamacon comes to Council Bluffs. Then July 10th and 11th, enjoy all things British, movies, books, and more at British Fest 2015. Tickets, information, and more at midamericacenter.com.
Which planet are we living on? Earth, right here.
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea. Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
You make me wear my bike helmet. Taught me never to run with scissors. And to follow the swimming rules. You tell me to stay away from drugs. To always buckle my seatbelt.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
Why is my son having trouble in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with my son over his homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No. He's smart, but his mind wanders.
7 wonders of the world.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Hey everybody! Heart disease affects 1 in every 3 women in America, but you can fight back. There's no time to lose. Mothers, sisters, daughters, families, and friends, it's time to shout louder, stand stronger, and demand change. Let's go!
To the Batmobile! Dang it.
To the invisible jet!
Dang it.
Together, we can put an end to heart disease. It's time to go red for women. I could use your help. Yeah! Learn more from the American Heart Association at www.goredforwomen.org.
For a second year in a row, Council Bluffs public figures from 4 departments spend a night in the Squirrel Cage Jail. The lockup May 16th kicks off the Bald and the Brave fundraiser, which helps cancer patients through the Jenny Edmondson Foundation to pay living costs as they go through treatment. 8 people, 1 night.
Staying in the cell tonight.
Members of the police, fire, city, and public works departments volunteer to be locked up for a second time at the Squirrel Cage Jail May 16th.
This is going to be my 36th hour in the Squirrel Cage Jail.
But they aren't in for a crime. The 4 departments are trying to raise money for Bald and the Brave, part of the Spirit of Courage through the Jenny Edmondson Foundation.
When I came across this charity and saw what they did, to me it was just one of those things of this is perfect for us to be able to all get together and put out some time and some effort to raise some money for this charity.
It's meaningful to a lot of different people.
The lockup begins with a cookout in front of the jail and a chance for the public to witness the 8 behind bars.
It's always good to get to come down and see the people and get to talk to them, bring up their awareness to what Ginny Edmondson's Spirit of Courage does.
The so-called inmates stay for an entire night, collecting as much money as they can for a priceless organization.
No, you don't give it to somebody else. That's opposing team. If you're going to give more money, you give it to me.
The Bald and the Brave Challenge raised $47,000 over the past 2 years of fundraising. The next event is the Physical Challenge on June 6th. This year, the police, fire, city, and public works departments will compete in a human foosball competition. The lockup this year is part of Celebrate CB activities. Another event part of Celebrate CB Week is the Clean Sweep. Volunteers help pick up trash around Council Bluffs to get ready for the annual parade.
It also helps to give a better image for people traveling through the community. We try to do more of the major routes so you see people driving into town, that it looks better from their perspective.
241 people participated in this year's Clean Sweep, which is a record number. The Celebrate CB Parade will re-air on CBTV daily at 9:30 a.m. and p.m. through May 25th. Wrapping up the week is the Carnival at Bayless Park. Rides and games make for some family fun May 14th through the 16th.
We have pony rides, and Home Depot comes every year. Usually one of our presenting sponsors this year is Meridian. They do a game with the kids. We encourage many organizations to come and do something for the kids.
The Children's Fair is free while the rides require tickets. The Celebrate CB committee strives to involve everyone in the community by offering these events. Still to come on Council Bluffs News. Meet the dogs and cats at Midlands Humane Society who are looking for new homes. Plus, we have upcoming events in our weekly events calendar. We'll be right back.
If you store your guns properly, I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside.
Safer when walking home.
And I won't have to tell my kids, this isn't a drill.
Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Always lock it up.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 and get them to a hospital immediately. Learn the body language and spot a stroke fast.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Time now for Pets of the Week. Served by Toby Jack's Mineola Steakhouse, home of the Thursday Night Taco Ride.
Hi, I'm Terry with Midlands Humane Society, and this is Zeus. He's a 3-year-old yellow lab. He is a male, he's neutered. Great dog. He is a bigger dog. Not too active though. He'd be a great starter dog for a family. He loves children, potty trained. And if you'd like to come down and see Zeus, his file number is 15897. 15897. This is 6-month-old Playful Buddy. He was brought in as an owner surrender, but he's a great dog with a lot of energy. He'd be great for a family. He is still a chewer and not potty trained, so you will need to work on that. He's a good boy, very good with kids and other dogs. So if you'd like to come down and see Buddy, his file number is 15940. 15940. This is Wally. Wally was brought in as a stray, found in a tree, rescued by the homeowner and animal control. He's a great little cat, very friendly for being a stray, so I'm sure at one time he did belong to somebody. He's really sweet. He's neutered. He's about a year old, we're guessing. And Wally's file number is 15677. 15677. This is 1.5-year-old Karina. She was brought in as an owner surrender. She's a domesticated short hair, and she is pretty active for a young cat. She is great with other cats, and she's great with the litter box. If you'd like to come down and see Karina, her file number is 14917. 14917. And if you'd like to come down and see any of the homeless animals we featured today, please come down to Midlands Humane Society, 1020 Railroad Avenue in Council Bluffs.
Time now for our weekly events calendar. The weekly farmers market continues on the 100 block of West Broadway Thursday the 21st. You can get fresh produce, baked goods, and even check out some arts and crafts from 5 to 8 p.m. Also on Thursday is the Union Pacific Railroad Museum's special preview of the new art and illustration on the railroad exhibit from 5 to 7 p.m. Tickets in advance are $10 for museum members and $15 for non-members. Day of tickets are $20. Call 712-329-8307 to reserve a spot. And again, Bluffs Fest kicks off Saturday with a performance by Chicago. Sunday is the Omaha Symphony with a fireworks show. Both concerts are free to attend and take place at Tom Hannafin River's Edge Park. The first trolley tour of the summer season is May 28th. You can take a ride through 4 historic districts in downtown Council Bluffs for $10 in advance by calling 712-322-4656 Monday through Thursday. Tours are at 10 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. at the Union Pacific Railroad Museum. Thanks for watching this week's Council Bluffs News. CBTV would love to hear from you. You can contact us by email at cbtv@iwcc.edu, by phone at 712-325-3312, or by searching CBTV17 on Facebook and Twitter. Remember to keep it here for the latest scores and updates for local sports in your community by tuning in to the Bluff Sports Zone with JJ Davis. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Marie Zeitner. See you next week.